What's up guys, it's Jordy Builds back with another video. Today we're going to be installing the RSF 650 wheels and Zoom hydraulic disc brakes to this Razor MX500. So let's jump right into it. Alright guys, there's a couple things we got to do first. So you can see we already have the Zoom rotor on here, but we do not have a sprocket. So we're going to have to take the sprocket off of our wheel here. And we are also going to take the stock brakes off so we can get the Zoom brakes on. And then for the front, we are going to have to take the bolts from the rotor so we can put our Zoom rotor on this wheel, and then we will go over the wheel spacing. Alright guys, for the stock brakes, it is a 5mm Allen. These are pretty tough because they're a little rusty. Alright, and then it'll just slip off the rotor like that. And then we are going to have to take the brake handle off and pull the wire off of here to route it out of the swing arm. So in order to get the brake cable out, we are going to loosen this other 5mm Allen. You can see right here. Might be a little tight. And then we can pull our wire all the way out and through here. Now our caliper is separated from our wire and we can pull it through all the brake line hoops. And then for the front brake handle, it is also a 5mm. To loosen it up, you will have to take out your brake switch. This is what stops the motor from spinning when you press the brake. And then we can go ahead and pull our line out since we unhooked it from the rear already. You can see just like that. And then last but not least, twist your handle off and then the brake will slide off just like that. And then repeat that process for the other brake. The front brake is much easier, and we will get to installing the hydro brakes and the RSF 650 wheels. Alright guys, so for installing these Zoom brakes, just make sure that you route the caliper through the bike beforehand. That way it looks pretty decent when it's actually on the bike. Now we're going to go ahead and take the wheels off. That way we can mount the calipers and our rotors. Alright guys, you can see we got the rear Zoom caliper here. I would recommend using some Loctite on the bolts, that way your brake stays on. And so next we are going to go ahead and put the rear wheel on. We are going to go ahead and use a MX spacer on the right side with a RSF 650 spacer on the left, and we're going to use the MX axle bolt, and we're going to see if it bolts right up. So far for the rear, it seems like it's going to work just like that. And we'll tighten this up by hand a little bit. That's tight. Let's scoot forward some. Here we go. So once we adjust this the right way, looks like we'll spin good on this side. So we got the rear wheel on. I wanted to go over the spacers that we used. So if you look here, this is a MX rear wheel spacer. It reads 0.52 inches, and a RSF rear wheel spacer reads 0.53 inches. So pretty much no difference there. So I think you can get away with using any of the stubby MX or RSF rear wheel spacers. The front is a different story, so let's go over that now. We got the RSF 650 wheel on the front of the bike. We used a MX axle, a MX spacer on this side. And then now we have to shave down the RSF 650 spacer we're going to use on this side. And then as well as we're going to shave down this spacer just a hair because my caliper is all the way in. And it can come this way, so it will help with the center spacing on the wheel. So I'm going to shave this spacer down probably about a 1/16 of an inch. And then whatever gap I have left is whatever size I'm going to make the RSF 650 spacer. And I will go over the exact measurements at the end. And the main focus is just making sure that we can still compress the forks after we have everything spaced out and tight. Alright guys, so for the brake side spacer, our final measurement is going to be 0.72. I believe it was 0.79 to begin with, so we shaved down just a hair. And now we're going to go to the shaved down RSF 650 spacer on the opposing side. Okay guys, we got the RSF 650 spacer shaved down, as you can see. So the final measurement we ended up with was pretty much 0.30, we're gonna go try it now. If you guys are seeing this, then obviously it worked. So let's throw it on. All right, guys, so we're about to test the spacers. First thing I'm about to do is loosen this bolt here and this bolt here on the caliper. That way, if the rotor moves a little bit as we tighten the wheel, this will move as well and it won't get jammed up. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and then tighten the wheel. All right, so as you guys can see here, we do have full compression. So that worked out really well. I think those measurements are gonna be pretty solid for everybody. You might have to fiddle with it a little bit, but I think it looks really good. The bike looks good. Let's get a better look at it. All right, guys, we got the wheels on front and back. Everything moves super smoothly, except for the front wheel is spaced a little bit to the left of the center of the forks. No big deal. I don't really bother me. So I'm super happy with it. I think the bike looks super good. I think it changes the entire look of the bike. I can't wait to ride it. So the next video, we should be putting a 48-volt battery controller on it, so I'm super excited for that. And this is going to be the new bike that takes the spot of the SX. I rode the SX for a little while, and I just like the MX frames more, so I put this bike together. And you might have seen the adjustable motor mounts here. That's because I had to delete the chain tensioner. If you guys want me to go over that, I can. If you guys liked the video or if it helped you out at all, please leave a like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.